No internet connection? No problem. Come and watch this video, because we offer you the 7 best offline games for PC and console that you can play in 2023. Without any further ado, let's get started. Divinity Original Sin 2. Divinity Original Sin 2 is a role-playing video game developed and published by Larian Studios. The next generation of turn-based combat. If you like your RPGs in the style of tabletop games, then Larian's Divinity Original Sin 2 is made for you. From a distance, it's a sweeping tale of high fantasy, religion, and politics, complete with fantastical enemies and a deep combat system that rewards creative thinkers and those with a penchant for setting things on fire. The moment-to-moment action is much more personal, though, as you weave an intricate tale of hope, vengeance, ambition, and tragedy for your chosen character and anyone they come in contact with. Think carefully before making your choices. You never know whose life one seemingly offhand comment might ruin. The game was a critical and commercial success, with it selling over 1 million copies in 2 months and being cited as one of the best role-playing games of all time, with praise given to its combat complexity and interactivity. Slay the Spire. Slay the Spire is a roguelike deck-building video game developed by American studio Megacrit and published by Humble Bundle. In Slay the Spire, the player, through one of 4 characters, attempts to ascend a spire of multiple floors, created through procedural generation, battling through enemies and bosses. Combat takes place through a collectible card game-based system, with the player gaining new cards as rewards from combat and other means, requiring the player to use strategies of deck-building games to construct an effective deck to complete the climb. Combat is played in turns. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice. Sekiro Shadows Die Twice is an action-adventure game played from a third-person view. In it, you take on the role of a Sengoku-era shinobi on a mission to exact revenge against the samurai who chopped off his arm and killed his lord. Instead of attacking health bars directly, combat revolves around targeting your opponent's posture and balance while maintaining your own and wielding tools and abilities tied to the main character's prosthetic arm. The game also features stealth elements, allowing players to instantly eliminate some enemies if they can get in range undetected. If the player character dies, they can be revived on the spot if they have resurrection power, which is restored by defeating enemies, instead of respawning at earlier checkpoints. Sekiro was praised by critics, who complimented its gameplay and setting, and compared it to Dark Souls, although opinions on its difficulty were mixed. It won several year-end awards and sold over 5 million copies. Hitman 3. Hitman 3 is a stealth game presented from a third-person perspective, with a focus on interactive elements in 47's environment. Hitman 3 gives Agent 47 some of the most inventive missions of his career, from solving committing a murder mystery in England to gatecrashing a rave in Berlin to turn the tables on his would-be assassins. Hitman 3 features some of the most varied and challenging locations, with a dizzying array of solutions to every problem, and a devilish variety of problems to find, create, and escape from. Return to Monkey Island. Few genres are as synonymous with offline gaming as classic point-and-click adventure games. While there are plenty of great adventure games you can play offline, from the Broken Sword games to more recent, cerebral hits like Gemini Rue, our top pick is Return to Monkey Island, the new sequel to one of the best LucasArts series of all time. Return to Monkey Island is an unexpected, thrilling return of series creator Ron Gilbert, that continues the story of the legendary adventure games. The Secret of Monkey Island and Monkey Island 2: LeChuck's Revenge developed in collaboration with Lucasfilm Games. If you're unfamiliar with this series, then you can expect gorgeous painterly vistas and characterful animations, whimsical, witty dialogue, and some fiendishly tricky puzzles. Bringing classic point-and-click gameplay to the modern day, intrepid pirates will solve puzzles and explore the islands with a clever evolution of classic adventure game controls. Context-sensitive interactions, reactive dialogue trees, and an easy-to-use inventory system make pirating a breeze.
Laughs first loses, which I never... See that triangle? There are
Assassin's Creed Valhalla. Assassin's Creed Valhalla is an action role-playing video game structured around several main story arcs and numerous optional side missions, called world events. In the case of Valhalla, we follow Ivar, a Viking who fights with his companions against the Anglo-Saxon kingdoms. The aesthetic and theme of the game is very different from what we've seen in previous titles, which can be interesting even for franchise veterans. As a single-player game, there's no doubting that it's going to be a great experience to enjoy offline.
Go, Eivor. Claim your place in Valhalla.
God of War. This is an epic action-adventure game heavily influenced by Norse mythology. Many Norse mythology characters will appear and force you to combat them. You take on the role of Kratos, the former battle god, and embark on an epic adventure to honor the last vow he pledged to his slain wife. Throughout the game, you will be joined by Kratos' son. Throughout your trip, you will encounter many enemies, including gods, that will attempt to stop you. You can utilize a variety of attacks to inflict damage and eliminate your opponents. You can also create several sets of armor and attach various benefits to them. Leveling up also allows you to learn new skills, which makes fighting formidable adversaries a little easier. The gameplay is substantially better and more fun than in previous iterations. This time, you will not be carrying your signature weapon. Instead, you're joined by the battle axe Leviathan, which can be used to assault adversaries by swinging or hurling it at them. That's the end of our list. We hope you find something enjoyable to play. If you like this video, please leave a thumbs up and comment below. Subscribe OK to get more about the best games. See you on my next video.